Hello everybody, welcome to All Around the Board. Today I am playing Under Falling Skies, which is a solo game, but it can also be doubled up as a cooperative game. Now, I'm not much of a solo gamer at all, but I am really loving this. I can't use all my brain power for it, I must admit, so I would like some team members, but at the moment I'm quite enjoying getting my head around it. There is also inside a campaign which is 5 stories, so at some point I'd like to do the campaign as well, but just today I'm going to teach you the first game, the very first base game, probably the easiest, even though it's really difficult. So what's the premise of this game? Well, we are trying to get up the research track before all the aliens and the mothership comes down and defeats our base. Our tracker on the right here will track how much damage we are taking, but we also lose if the mothership reaches this point as well. In the meantime, I need to get this green token all the way to the top to win. So yeah, there's quite a bit going on because it's almost a dice worker placement game in a way, but it's also got a big puzzle element in your base here, and this is where we take actions to basically up our defences. So quickly go on the setup. So we are firstly going to get our mothership and then put the 5 purple ships along the top as such, and you're going to take one for each space. Put the 4 white ships just off to one side for now, and there are other ships and dice that go back in the box for now. That's only for the campaign. Right, then you need to take the 4 tiles as such, you can see here, and make sure the artwork aligns. It kind of goes from dark blue all the way down to light blue. Then you're going to pick a base, but it does say that it recommends Roswell as your starting base, because this has got the starting base tiles, which is A and B, and I'll show you those in a moment. And you're just going to put that underneath, so it matches the artwork as well. And then because we're using base A and B, and in this order, you're going to take the A and put it on the top, and the B on the bottom. And as you can see, those together would make that shape there. This is the base that we're going to be working with. However, this can change throughout the campaign, and depending on if you play a different variant or a different city. But that's what we're going to be doing there. Right, then we have a few markers that we need to place. So we're going to place our green marker just on the little alien head there. You're going to take your yellow disc and put it onto the yellow 2, and this is going to track how much energy you have, and so you start the game with 2 energy. Then you're going to take this red cube and put it on the top of this damage track here. Remembering if this hits the skull, we lose. And then you're going to take this little orange, it's a drill, and it's going to go in the orange space just here. And this is to represent how much of the base we have already, and then anything below this drill has not been dug yet, and it specifically points in that direction because we're going to drill that way, then down and then across, and so on, in sort of an S shape. And the further we drill, the more actions we're going to have available to us, but it's going to cost us energy to carry on drilling. So keep watching that mechanic. I love that mechanic, by the way. And then we are going to take 3 grey die and 2 white die. The rest of the die go back in the box. Again, they are used for the campaign only. So that is all you need to set up. It's a big long board, I must admit. It takes up from one edge of the table to the other edge of the table. But once this mothership starts moving down, we should have a little bit more room, and you guys can see what's going on. So yes, we are trying to defend our base whilst researching to win. It's split into 3 phases. You have the planning phase, the dice placement phase, where we roll all our die, and then we are going to be placing die 1 per column. So you'll notice there are 5 columns. There are also 5 columns of aliens as well. And depending on where we place in the column depends on how many spaces the alien ship is going to move down. So we can only have 1 die per column as well, no matter what row you put them on. Then we're going to go into the room activation. So we're going to start taking the die off and activating the room that we've done in the planning phase. And then we're going to do the Mothership Phase. So we almost have the good phase, and like all co-ops, it's followed by the bad phase. And when the Mothership moves, we are going to be triggering some abilities, and we'll get to that when we get going. So I'm just going to start playing, and hopefully you guys can figure out what's going on as I play. And I will explain it as we go. So I'm going to roll my die, and that's not great. So a few things about dice placement. Firstly, no matter which die you're going to place, you're then going to move the ship in the corresponding column that many spaces down. Essentially, the higher the die, the faster they're going to move. Okay? We have got some turrets along the top though. And anytime you place a die up there, it's going to modify that die result by -1. As in, they're going to move slower. Unfortunately, the turrets don't do anything else apart from slow the aliens down. These can be useful for making the alien ships land in spaces that you might want them to. So for example, I may want to manipulate the die so that the enemy ships will land in these orange spaces with the explosions. Now these will come into play when we use our turret room, or well, it's our air base, I guess. We're sending out fighter jets and we can destroy any ships in certain areas. That's what the red room does. The green room is going to be producing enough research points so we can start going up the track to win. And then the yellow rooms is going to start producing energy, and we can start using the energy to activate the rooms themselves. Obviously we need energy, and the energy is going to be used to move this token on as well, so we can open more of our base. This has an extremely clever mechanic. I absolutely love the puzzle element, but I've never seen mechanics like this in a game. Very, very unique, and I think that's why it's become so popular. 8.1 on BGG, by the way, so that's that says something. So the other thing about placing die, if you place one of the white die, you re-roll all other die. So if I were to place this white 3, I would then re-roll the other 4 die. You've got 2 white die, so essentially you have two re-rolls in a turn. If I was to place one of my grey die first, I don't re-roll. And it may be that I want one of the higher ones, obviously to do better actions. Anyway, so I'm going to get going. And I think I need to produce some energy first. No, I won't actually. I'm going to start researching. So on the track, I've got a 3 green, and then after that is a 1 green. So if I could produce 4 lots of research points, that means I can go up the track twice. However, when I place that die, as soon as you place it, I have to move the corresponding ship 4 spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So you can see that he's moved down quite quickly, and he wants to destroy a base as quickly as he possibly can. Right, I've got 4 other die. Now, 4 of the die can go above where the drill is, and 1 can go after the die as long as it's within the amount of spaces of the die you've got. So, for example, if I wanted to place a 3, I can go up to 3 spaces after the drill. Obviously, I can't do that because I've already placed 1 in this column. However, I might just want to go to the next one, as long as the die is greater than the amount of spaces you're going to move. Right, I think I'm going to try and produce... in fact, no, I'm going to place this die here. So I'm going to place this white 1, which means that ship is going to move 1, but then it's negated by 1. So it's not actually going to move. So that's quite a good thing. But because I placed a white die, I get to re-roll the other 3. Just while I'm doing that, Jade, is it alright? Just quick check the stream. I've got an error, unfortunately, that's just come up. So, right, hopefully we can carry on. Okay, so I'm going to roll these and see what I get. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I have a 6. So I can place... right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces after the drill.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it? Yeah? With my voice as well.
Oh, no, I can't hear it.
Oh, if you just want to have a quick listen. And thanks, Jade. Jade's my checker today. Normally it's Jess.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool, thanks, Jade. Right, so 6. I'm going to place the 6 here, but it's modified by -1, but only for when I take the action. only the turrets stop the movement of these by one. So anyway, I'm going to move this ship 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Luckily, I've just skipped 2 mothership movements. I don't want ships to land on these white spaces with the mothership, because that means it's going to move down. If the mothership ends up hitting this, that's bad news. So yeah, I just don't want the mothership to move. I have 2 more die, and I've only got 2 more columns to go in. So I think I'm going to place the white die in this energy, and this is going to move down 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because it's a white die, I get to re-roll this one, and I'm going to see what I get with this die. A 3. Okay, so I am going to place this on the other half of that room, because these rooms with 2 spaces, or where they're joint, they only activate if you fill them with die. So I have to move that ship 3 spaces down. 1, 2, 3. So you can see that, yeah, they've made quite a bit of progress, but however, I have got some good actions that are about to come. So once we've placed our die, and you can see that I've got 1 in each column, I then activate the rooms. Firstly, I can just go ahead and wipe all of the turrets, because these have already activated, so I'm just going to take that off. Then, these 4 remaining rooms I can do in any order I please. I'm going to start with producing energy. So, I take the 2 die in this room and add them together, which gives me 7. But then I have to negate that by... Oh, sorry. Lost the camera just temporarily. I have to negate that by 3. So actually I'm going to produce 4 energy in total. That puts me down to 6. You can only ever have a max of 7 anyway, so that kind of works out. Then I am going to spend 2 of that energy. 1, 2. And I have 4 research points to spend on my track. So, the next space is 3, so I can obviously go to that. And I have 1 remaining, so I'm going to move up to the next space as well. That's pretty good. Now, I have 1 more room. So, the 1 die that I placed after the drill, if you spend 1 energy, which I'm going to do now, you can move that drill to that space where you are about to activate. So now my drill is here, and I can start drilling on the next row. And what I've done is I've unlocked these 3 rooms along here. One of them's a double room. And I am then going to activate this, and it's got a 6, but it's got a -1 underneath. So I treat that, when doing the action, as a 5. So I'm going to do 5 research points. I'm going to spend 3 to go up the track. I've got 2 remaining, but the next one says 1. I'm going to move up the next one, spending that 1, and I've got 1 remaining. Unfortunately, the next one says 4. So I cannot continue to move on that track. As you can see, all of the die I've removed. So now it's the bad stuff phase. This is when the mothership will move. So it's going to move 1 space down to here. So it just covers the next box. And so that the arrow points, there's a little white arrow. I don't know if you guys can see on stream, but it's going to point to this symbol here. There are some bad symbols as we go down this side here. But this top one with the white means I add 1 white ship to the mothership. So it's just going to sit up here for now. Once you've moved the mothership, you're then going to take any ships that are up here, and you're going to assign them to an empty space. Now I have 4 empty spaces. How do you know which one to go with? Well, firstly, you're going to fill up with reds first, and we haven't got any reds. So we're then going to fill up with whites. Now, obviously I've got 4 spaces. I have to go with the one where you've got the ship that's the furthest down. So you can tell that this ship is furthest down the track. So I'm going to add a ship to here. If I had another ship, you'll notice that the next 2 are equal. So I can choose one of those columns to put. And then if I had a 3rd ship, I'd put it in the other. And a 4th ship would then finally fill the last space. But I only had 1 ship, luckily. It does mean that in this column, I have 2 ships that are going to start moving down the track, which is not good news. So that's the mothership phase and the refill. So then it comes back round, and it goes back to the planning phase. So I'm going to re-roll these die, or roll the die even, and I get to place like I did before. I'm going to... Oh, damn. What am I going to do? I've got 3 energy remaining, which means I could spend 2 on this one to get some research points. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to put the 6 on this one here. So this is getting research points, and it will cost 1 energy, but it will be manipulated by -1. So I'm only going to get 5 for activating. But I still move the ship in this column 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this lands on one of the arrows, it simply moves over into the next column if it can. So now I don't have any ships in that column, but I've already placed my die, so never mind. Right, so I have 6 research points. I will... Geez, what do I want to do now? I don't know. Right, I've got 3 energy and I'm spending 1, so I have got 2 energy remaining. So once I've done my 5, I will have another 5 to go. So do you know what? I'm actually going to place this 2 on this space here. Because it's a white die, I'll get to re-roll these. But firstly, rolling better in stream take 2. Yeah, definitely. And I messed up on the first stream, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to move 2 spaces for each of these, but it's only going to be 1 because it's manipulated by 1. So that's going to move down 1. And the white's going to move down 1. Just avoiding this mothership. Okay, so that's that done. And because it's a white die, I get a re-roll. And hello, Daniel. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you're well. I know it's a late one tonight. It's 1 in the morning, but hey-ho, I'm enjoying this game. Okay, that's the kind of roll I was looking for. Because once I have activated the 5, I will go 4, 1, and then after that, I've got a 3 and a 2. So ideally, if I'm going to spend 2 energy, I might as well do it doing a high die. And I'm going to place the 6 there, which means this is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, narrowly missing that white mothership. But that means I'm going to get some more research. Right, I have 2 more columns. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do I do it? I won't have any energy left though to move the turret. So I will put 1 die here. And this is going to move it by 2 because it's modified by 1. And this is going to go 1, 2 spaces. Which is good. And then I've got 1 more die, which I haven't really got anything to do with it. I've got this column here. I don't have any energy to activate my my airships to shoot them down. So I think I'm just going to place this here and move these 2 at a modifier. Oh no, I'm not going to do it at a modifier. So, yes I am. Actually, yes I am. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm going to place my 4 here, which modifies it to a 3. This is going to move 1, 2, 3, and this one is also going to move 1, 2, 3. Now, this one has landed, unfortunately, on the mothership, which means I move the mothership down. It's going to pick up any ships that were in there and put it into the top here. But it does not activate this ability. I didn't want this ability to happen anyway, so I've kind of narrowly missed that one, thank goodness. And now I'm ready to activate. Sorry that was so long-winded with the planning, but there is a lot to think about. You have to think about what columns I'm going to be placing my die, which columns are going to move the bad guys the most. It's a big balancing game, I'll tell you that. Right, anyway, these 3 turrets can come off straight away because they've already been done. So I'm only activating 2 rooms, which kind of sucks. I'm going to spend 1 energy, and this is going to be modified by -1, so this is actually a 5 instead of a 6. And I'm going to go up, I've got 5 to spend on research, so I'm going to do a 4, leaving me 1, which means I can move up the track 1 more. Right, then I'm going to activate this one, which costs me 2 energy, but it is what it is, and I've got 6 to spend. So, I've planned this quite well. I'm going to spend 3 of it, leaving me 3, spend another 2, leaving me 1, and then spend another 1, putting me up to more than halfway now. So in 2 turns, I've managed to get more than halfway. Unfortunately, I've got ships that are nearly at my base, which is not good news. I'm about to add another ship to the mothership, and also I've run out of energy. So let's see how the next round goes. We've got to do the mothership phase. So this is going to move down. It's going to collect any of the ships and just chuck it up here for now. We're going to activate this ability here, which is add 1 more white ship. So I have 3 ships that are going to be refilling on the mothership. You have to start with purple first, and it has to go in an empty column. I have 2, so I'm going to choose for it to go into this column. Then I've got 2 white. Well, the other white has to go in the other empty column, and then the next one has to go in the one with the ships lowest down, which is this one here. Which means I've got 3 ships coming in that column. That is not good. Right, anyway, let's get on with it. Positivity, positive vibes. Send me positive vibes, please. If I win this on stream, I'm going to be really happy because I haven't won this yet. Okay, so I am going to roll the die. That's obviously a good place to start. Not a great roll. Not going to lie. I must get energy. That is priority at the moment. So, right, I'm going to put a 5 here, which means this ship is going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that's one of the die moved. Then I am going to place a 3. Firstly, I'm going to get a reroll because it was a white die, so I get to place those, reroll those. And then these 3 ships are going to move 3 spaces each. So 1, 2, 3. That lands on a pink moving over. 1, 2, 3. And this one is also coming 1, 2, 3. So it's not looking good for me. Is anyone getting a Space Invaders kind of vibe going on here? So that means I will be producing at least 5 energy, because it adds together 8 and then minus 3. 5 energy. Then I will place... Oh, jeez. What do I need? I need a 6 for my research. That's not good. Not good news. Okay, so... Oh, dear. I've definitely messed up. Messed up big time here. I will spend a 2, placing it here, and that's modified by 1. So this one down the middle is going to move 1 space, and then it's going to move over. So I've got none in that column again. Then I have got 2 columns remaining. I need 6 research. There's no point in me spending 2 energy to move up on that. So I might as well dig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've already gone with that column. So that's as far as I can get, but I've already done. So... Where have I got any... Tell you what, I might shoot some things down whilst I'm at it. So, these red spaces, I'm going to put a die there, and I can spend 1 energy and a modifier of -1, so this will treat as a 4, and it will shoot down any ships that are in a 4 or less space with the explosion. So if I can manipulate it, that they land on particular spaces, which I should be able to, I'm going to place that white die... No, not actually. Firstly, I'm going to move this. So I'm going to use this 4 to treat it as a 3 to move 1, 2, 3. That moves over. And this one's going to go 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to place this 5 here. This ship is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moves the mothership down. Not a good idea. But I can now shoot down a couple of Yes, definitely got an arcade feel. You're definitely right there, Dan. Yeah, I'm going to shoot down a ship, at least one anyway. Right, so firstly, I'm going to take these away. I'm going to activate this room first. That becomes 8 minus 3, gives me 5 energy. I'll then spend 1 energy, make this into a 4, and I can defeat anything that's on a 4 space or lower, which is this ship here. So, not ideal, but I have got some energy ready for the next turn, and hopefully I can do some digging with my drill. Right, Mothership Phase. So, this moves down. I'm getting 1 more white ship because I need more ships. However, I haven't taken any damage yet, so I'm happy with that. Then I've got to fill up. So empty columns first. So that one is empty, and then the one with the lowest is that one there. Okay. Oh boy. Right. Next dice phase. Okay. This is round 4, 3, 4. Can't remember. I think it's 4. Right. There aren't any particular rounds. You just keep going until you win or lose. I desperately need a 6 on the research track. So I'm going to place this 6 here. Move this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, for goodness sake. It moves the mothership down. But with no bad effect, which is good. Okay. So I'm definitely going on to the next research bit. After that, I need a 1 and a 3. Which I get to re-roll these because of the white I placed. Thank goodness for that. I could do a 6 and a 6. That would get me quite a lot of research. No, I can't because I can only place 1 after that. Ooh, eek. That's not good. Okay, 2. Could I manipulate these so they land on spaces? I think I'm going to have to move. Right, so I'm going to place this one. It's a 2, but it's going to move it by 1. Hopefully I'm going to shoot it down before it hits my base. I'm going to place the 1 in this column. And because it's a white, I get a re-roll. And this doesn't move because it's 1 minus 1, so it doesn't move. Got 2 more columns. Oh, 1 and a 2. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, so... No, it's not. Oh, no. What I was trying to do just kind of went to pot. Right, I've realised quite quickly I'm terrible at this. So don't laugh at me in the on the post video, please. Oh dear. Okay, so I can place. Right, I'm going to place 1 here, so that doesn't move. And I think I'm going to place 1 here. So this moves by -1, so it lands on that 6. That's the best I can do. I rolled so poor there. Look, 1s and 2s. Right, these come off. And then this 6 is going to activate. I'm going to spend 2 energy, and I've got 6 to spend, which gets me to the 6 on the next track. Oh boy, this is tough. My head is throbbing with thought. I love it though. It's a nice, puzzly feel, but my head is hurting. Like a nice game of Sudoku, you know, I enjoy it, but it hurts. Right, Mothership Phase. So this is going to move down. We are going to move the research down 1 space. So that's 6 I've just grinded for has gone. I want to give up. Can I quit? Right, it's my dice phase now. Oh, I need to get 6 again. So yeah, you can tell probably that you guys probably tell that it's getting progressively harder. I need to dig in my base. I really need to dig in my base. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I put a 6 here, which I was planning on doing, I'm going to take a damage. Darn. I'm going to do it anyway. So that is going to move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, unfortunately, it's hit my base. So I take a damage, and then this goes back into the ship. In fact, I'm an idiot because I didn't actually fill up this. That should have gone there. Right. Okay, I haven't placed anything there, so that's lucky. Right, that one goes back to the ship because I've taken a damage. Oh, there's a lot to think about, so bear with. Right, then I get to re-roll the die because it was a white die. And it's the one die that I can have after my drill. Oh dear. Okay. Do I want to spend one? I'm thinking because if this one moves, it's not only going to move these two as well, but if I do a 1 at -1, that won't move. So it's going to stay there for another round, and I won't take a damage. I've got some good rolls here now. I need to produce more energy, but if I produce more energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could then spend the 6. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the 6 here for more research. So this moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch, 6. I take a damage, but that goes back in the ship. Then I'll place this 5 because I can get some energy from that. This is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another damage. It's not going well. Okay, so I can only take 4 more damage, and then I'm out. And then I get to re-roll this because I placed a white die, and it's a 5. I don't think I want it to go down the middle, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Damn. I did not want a 5. Okay, so it has to go in the middle, and I might as well do it by -1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch, that's another damage. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that moves over. Right, activation time. So I'm going to clear those 2 to start with. Then I'm going to take this one and get 5 energy. I'll then spend 1 energy to move the drill all the way to that 6. Thank goodness. And then I will spend a further energy down to 5, and I will research by 6. So I can go back up to where I was last round. Oh my goodness. Right, and then I will spend 2 energy to get another 6 research. Which may have been overkill, but I get to go up 1. Then 3. So that's 4 spent. I need another 5, but hopefully I can do that next round. Mothership Phase. So it's going to move down. And I'm lucky enough that there is a gap. I definitely need a break. It's going to pick up that ship. And yeah, you can tell that there is a gap there. The benefit that I have is all those ships that unfortunately I took damage from. There are too many ships to fill spaces now. So purples go first. And they are just, to be honest, I've got 4 and I've got 4 gaps. So no matter what order, they are going to fill up anyway. And that white ship just stays in the mothership for now. Thank goodness for that. And there is a white here. Unfortunately, it's clear, so you probably can't see it. Right. Dice phase again. It's risky. However, I have opened up my double research, which means I could spend 2 energy and get a lot of research this turn. So let's see what I can do. That's what I need. I need a 6. If I put that there, this one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really risky, guys, but I need to do it because that will put me 1 space before the end. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to end up in the same spot. Oh, my head, man. Alright, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So actually, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only need a 3 on that, ideally. So I'm going to put a 4. Because I don't want to go overkill on the movement. So this is going to go 1. Take a damage. And he goes back in the ship. This will also go 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one will go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not good, but I'm getting a lot of research, so that's fine. I will produce... I need to produce some energy, so if I want to do it next turn... if I do a 2... A white 2... 2 energy is just enough to pay for that and then leave me energy for the next one. So I will move this one down 1, 2 spaces. Oh man. Okay, I'll get to reroll anyway because I've got a white die. Aha, that's what I need. Okay, I will then spend a 1 to not move that. Because it's 1 minus 1. And then I've got a... I'll get a reroll actually. To a 1. Yes! So I can put that in the remaining 1 and a 1 minus 1. So this one, these two don't move. Thank goodness for that. That's what I need. Because I've only got 2 more damage and I've lost. So I have to be really careful now. Because my research is going to move down 1 on the track next. Oh, man. Okay. Let's do it. Right, I'm going to activate these. So these 2 are going to come off. I'm then going to use this one to produce 2 energy. And then I'm going to add these together, spend 2 energy, and I have 10 to spend because I had a 6 and a 4. So I'm going to go 5, and then another 1, leaving me 4, and then I'll spend the 3 to do that last one. Jeez. Okay, so the next Mothership Phase moves down, and I lose 1 research point. So it goes back down. So I need to do a 3 and an 11 to win. The only way to get an 11 in 1 research is to do that double action. Unfortunately, on that double action, I have 2 ships that are about to, well, kill me. So I have to be quite strategic on what I do next. I might have to have a turn of shooting some ships down. Oh my god. Right, okay, so we need to fill up. We have 2 gaps. Purple first, so that is going to go into that column. And then the next one down is this column, so that white is going to fill up there. Oh, here we go. I do love this game, but it's so hard. Right. There we go. I have that as a die roll. Which is quite ideal for research, but I don't want it to happen here. So, I need 3... Oh, no, hang on. That won't cost energy. And I don't mind that going down. So I can make that a 5. No, a 5? No, I think what I... Jeez. Okay. I'm going to place a 5 white here. And I'm actually going to re-roll all of these. Because what I do want now is low numbers. Because I want some of these to hit on here. Yeah, and then I can shoot some stuff down. Cool. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted. Because I want these 2 to move 1 space each. So I can do the gap and move that 1. I can do the other gap, which is after the drill, and it's 1 space, so I will be able to spend an energy to move that on. If I want to, I probably won't actually. Right, and then that will move that onto there. Now if I put this 4 on here, on this red track, I'm going to be spending 2 energy to shoot down anything in 4 or less. So what I'll be doing is I'll be shooting that one, and that one. Which are the 3 that are actually going to lose me the game. So thank goodness I've rolled well. And because it's a white die, I have to roll this last one, and that's a 4. In fact, I'm going to place it on the -1, and this is going to go 1, 2, 3, and I currently have 4 ships sitting on 4 or less, which is great for this. So, turrets come off, blank spaces come off. I'm not going to spend the energy to move that drill. I don't want to anyway. Then I will spend the 5 at a -1. No energy, but I get to research up to the next space. So I've got 1 more space. But unfortunately I've only got 2 more life. And then I will spend 2 energy, take this off, and I'm going to shoot down anything that's in a 4 space or lower. Which happens to be this one, this one, this one, and this one. I have one up here that's on an explosion, but unfortunately that's got a number 5. So I didn't shoot that one down. But I did shoot down 4 ships, and there's only space for 2 more ships. In fact, there's going to be space for 1 more ship, so thank goodness for that. I think I may have done this. Who knows? We'll see. Right, Mothership Phase. So this is going to move down 1. It's going to collect this red, and I'm going to collect the last white. Starting with purple first, we have to fill the gaps. I've only got 2 gaps and 6 ships, so 4 of the ships, oh what a shame, they're going to sit up there and they're not going to do anything. I have 2 turns remaining until I'm dead, but I've also got 2 life as well. Come on, send positive vibes for anyone watching in the stream. How many have I had? I've had 1 all stream, but come on, send me some positive vibes, please. Right, I'm going to roll the die. Yes, I have a 6. That's exactly what I need. Right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting really excited. I'm sorry if I got quite loud there, but I'm going to use this 6, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 space before the end. If that was 1 more, I'd have been dead. Okay, then I want to at least get 2 energy. So I think it's going to have to be this one. This die is... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to have to do 3. Because 1, 2, 3. If I'd have moved it onto that, I would have moved the mothership down 1 space, and it can only move 2 more spaces, and I've lost. I then get to re-roll the die. What I'm looking for is a 5 or a 6, and I've won. There's the 6 that I need. So that 6 is going to go there. And move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it moves the enemy ship down, but I'm going to research before that happens. I will move... Oh, do you know what? I'll get a re-roll on these 2. 3 and a 4. So the 3 can go on this column, moving this only 2 spaces because it's -1. And this one can go 1, 2, 3 instead of a 4 because it's on a turret. Right, here we go. I have done it, but let me show you how I've done it. So, 2 turrets come off. I'm then going to produce 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. And then I will spend 1, 2 energy to trigger these. 6 and 6 is 12. I need 11 to win. Boom. Research done. Yes, and I thought that, so I needed that turn of shooting down those ships, and I specifically put them in a way so they land on, and then you can fire them down. I didn't get my turret all the way down, not my turret, my drill. I didn't get it all the way to the bottom, but that doesn't matter. However, if you manage to drill all the way through to the end, I could have made the research a bit easier, but it would have cost me 3 die. But I could have added them together and done it. But yes, I've done it. Woo! Okay, so now we're at the end. And if you've made it this far, well done. Thanks for watching this far. I'm going to show you guys what campaign chapter number 1 looks like. So, if you don't want any spoilers, shut off now. But what I show you, you're going to find out as soon as you start the campaign anyway. So I'm not going to show you anything that's not on the first couple of tiles. So what you have in the campaign, you get 2 more blue die. Don't know what they do yet, but that's what else comes in the pack. There is also an orange ship that may have some special abilities. And at the moment, I've punched out some tokens, which is relevant to the first campaign. And what we have in here is 2 scenarios. So we will have one of 2 scenarios, and the scenarios the other side. I'm not going to show you the other side, but you have a bit of comic art to look at to kind of set the scene. Then you're going to get the 2 leaders that become available from the start, and each of those 2 leaders have one ability. You're going to randomly assign them to one of the campaign each, so there's going to be potentially 2 levels you're going to create here. And then you have, I think it's Montreal and Mexico City, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, in the base game you get New York and Washington if you want some, without doing the campaign and you want some variety. But we're just going to put those back in the box for now. You have Montreal or Mexico City. These are basically 2 cities that have 2 different effects, and they also have a different base layout. So you can tell on here it's got C and D or D and C, because you have more bases, so even more variety, including some rooms that I don't know what they do yet. There are some blue rooms. Ooh, a little bit of variety. And you're going to put each of those cities into those 2 piles. When you play the campaign, you're going to pick one of the 2 piles that are randomly generated, because obviously we don't know what's on the other side of this. We've randomly assigned a leader, and then we've randomly assigned a city. So I may say, on my first campaign, I want to do Montreal, and I'm going to get this leader as a bonus, and I'm going to do whatever this says on the other side, but I'm not going to show you because that would be a spoiler. That is part 1 of the 5 campaigns. You won't see anything because it's all blurred out, but you have quite a wedge of campaign stuff to come, which is really, really cool. So if you guys want to see some of the campaign solo, then I'm happy to do some future videos. Just let me know in the comments below if in future you'd like to see some campaign. But my general overview of this game, I think it's fantastic. I don't even like solo games. I find solo games quite dull, actually, sometimes. But this one is really thrilling. And I think because it's got that natural cooperative game feel to it, yeah, it feels quite satisfying. And I can quite easily sit and play this as a solo game. I've played this quite a few times already, so that kind of says it all. Anyway, that's the end of the video. But before I go, I just want to say a huge thank you to Titan Games. They very kindly got in touch, said that they had a demo copy that I can do some videos on to promote the game. And yeah, so here it is. Yeah, thanks guys. Hopefully I will see you again very soon for a solo campaign of this. And in the meantime, if you want to check out the link in the description below, I have started to update my board game library. So if there's anything you'd like to see in the future stream-wise, or a pre-recorded video, then let us know. Please consider following us on Patreon. You can support us for as little as £1, and thank you to those patrons who have already supported us. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. And also don't forget to subscribe, because that will help. Anyway, in the meantime, guys, I will say goodbye and catch you on the next video.